Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. No alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. high. Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Feel alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
K-pop fans, welcome back to K-pop Girls. Welcome if you're new. I'm Mark. I'm Bree. Oh, that's my bra. I got no limit. We're done.
And we are live.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you're at, or good morning. It could be good morning. I don't know. It's morning somewhere.
Yeah.
Welcome to our first episode of season 2. So glad to be back to it. We want to thank everybody that voted. Like, I think a couple of months ago, I put a poll out asking if you guys were even interested in another podcast season, and it was a very overwhelming yes. So thank you for voting, and here we are. I was debating what we were going to talk about this season. I know we could have kept up kind of like the theme of like
General
last season, right?
discussions and-
General
yeah.
discussions, but I thought we'd focus maybe more on the K-drama part of it all, because we watch K-dramas over on our Patreon and on Twitch. We go live every weekend. On Friday nights, typically we watch like survival shows, and then Saturday nights we'll pick a K-drama, and Sunday nights is also a K-drama night. So we watch 2 K-dramas every weekend on Twitch, and then so if you want to join us for a live, you can do that too over there. which things might get switched up because we're going to start the survival show, The Build Up, next week.
Yes.
And depending on like subtitles and all of that stuff, we're not exactly sure if we're going to be able to do it on Friday nights like we have been doing. We might have to switch everything around. So we'll keep everybody updated on that. But right now we're watching Rookie Cops on Saturday night. And then this week I'm finishing up Song of the Bandits with Kim Nam Gil on Sundays. So
yeah. And then we do 2 dramas on Patreon each week also. Because we have our patron pick drama where everyone votes on what we're going to watch. And then we have our pick drama where we can kind of like dive into our personal to watch list.
Right. Yes. Because both are very long. We've got lists for days. So, we've been knocking out quite a bit. We've been adding more and trying to find ways to squeeze in more. In fact, over on our Patreon, we've like even took a Thai drama that we've squeezed in for like extra content and which was fun. And love that one. And so we've been trying to find ways to squeeze in more drama time. So yeah.
We would squeeze in more. The only reason we were able to squeeze in the Thai drama was because on YouTube, the, I guess, broadcasting company channel, whoever was like in charge of it, on their personal, on their I don't know, official YouTube channel, they had broken each episode into like 4 parts that were like roughly 8 to, I think the longest one was like 20 minutes. And that made it a lot easier for us to tackle on Patreon because it wasn't like a full hour episode that would take a good bit of time.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So we've, let's see. So in total, we've covered Rookie Historian. We've done Falling Into Your Smile, Island, Tempted, Heartbeat, My ID is Gingham Beauty, Vincenzo, Fiery Priest, Miss the Dragon, Enigma, Goblin, Fly Again, True Beauty. And now we are covering Secretary Kim, Song of the Bandits, Extraordinary Attorney Ooh, and Rookie Cops.
Yes.
So that's what we've been up to. And
like it seems like a long list, but it's really not compared to like our 2 watch lists.
Right? Those are a lot longer.
Yeah.
A lot longer. So hold on one second.
Gotta love it when we go live because, you know, life still happens. So.
Okay. So, anyways, that's our list. What's your favorite so far of the K-dramas we've watched, but are not currently watching? So our past ones that we've finished.
Oh God. Mer told me I was gonna have to answer this question, and I'm like, I like 15 minutes, okay? Gosh, I really don't know. It's so hard because there's so many that I love for different reasons.
Yeah.
Gosh. I don't know how to See, I really loved Goblin. I loved Goblin. I also really loved True Beauty.
Yeah.
I am already head over heels for Secretary Kim.
Right.
We're only like 2 episodes in, and I'm like, this has all the things.
Right.
And then Falling Into Your Smile was like my personal favorite one because I brought that one in as one of our pick dramas. I had already watched it like twice by that point. Mer had never seen it, so I was like, she's got to see it. She's got to see it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. It's a tough call. I think True Beauty though, like, set the standards of what we look for in K-dramas.
It was only our second drama, and it was amazing.
Right. Yeah, because after True Beauty, we were like, this is the standard. This is the
Yeah.
standard. We are like judging every K drama on from here on out because there was things that we watched or that we saw in True Beauty that we were like, I didn't even know this was a thing, and this gets to be a thing in every drama ever. Because we established grapefruits, like grapefruits are needed. Okay?
If you don't know what a dramatic grapefruit is, I mean, they're whoever
Right?
is extra over the top, but in like a charming way that makes you love them and is also like hilarious.
Right?
Dramatic
Yeah.
grapefruits are a must.
A must. And then like spiciness, chili pepper rating is needed.
Yes.
And so yeah.
We've
Yeah.
even started getting into like, not just because you got like the regular spicy, which is like kiss scenes, and then you got like the spicy. We haven't really gotten a whole lot of spicy. So most of it's kiss scenes, but hey, those can get. I mean, just we had a thing with Rookie Cops like 2 weeks ago, y'all. That kiss scene, wow. We have
Right?
clips of our reaction to that kiss scene on Twitch because we were so blown away. Someone even screenshotted that and like put it on Twitter. So thank you, whoever you are,
Right?
because that's hilarious.
That was hilarious. But like I didn't even know what a kiss scene was. Well, I mean I like in the cave, I didn't know what was possible until Rookie Cops. And I was like, oh, we can go there.
We can go there.
Okay.
Right? Like, so like one of our first, I think, because when we first started out with the dramas, we had like, you know, high school sweet dramas. I would even consider True Beauty to be in that high school sweet drama, even though in like the last few episodes, it did the time jump to when they're adults. FYI, spoilers.
Right.
And that got a little bit more spicy, but not a whole lot. For the most part, it's a sweet high school drama, you know?
Yes.
So we haven't really until recently started getting into some more like adult mature dramas. I think Vincenzo was one of our first ones. Tempted was an attempt at one of our first ones. I'm not gonna lie, I had higher hopes for Tempted. I thought we was gonna get all the spicy, and it was like we had a few scenes that were like kind of there but didn't quite get there. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't what I was expecting or hoping
Right.
for.
It started strong, but towards the middle to end, it was just like this ain't it. So we ranted a little over that one.
We ranted a lot
So-
over that one.
For me, it's True Beauty. True Beauty is good. I really do think it's the standard
It
for
is.
K-dramas as far as because it's got a nice mixture. I love True Beauty because it's got a nice mixture of the drama,
Yeah.
of like the dramatics and the feels and you know that intense emotion.
Yeah.
But then it has a very good sprinkle of comedy to
Oh my
lighten
gosh,
the
yes.
mood, right? And I think a perfect love triangle where it's one of those with love triangles. I like love triangles, but at the same time, it's a struggle because you know it's that I want, especially if you want them to be with both. But I think with True Beauty, it's like I know who she belongs with,
Yeah.
and I want her to be with that person. It just sucks for the other person,
Right?
You know,
Especially when you love the other person.
right?
Oh
And-
my god, King the Land. Sorry. I just thought I mentioned
right.
that's another one that is on our to watch list, okay?
Oh my god, I cannot wait for King the Land. I cannot wait. I'm really hoping that's going to be in our near future,
Yeah,
if not after Secretary Kim, because there was a clip I saw of like not even a trailer. I think just a clip of King the Land, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh my word. Oh my word." I already know the comedy level has got to be there from that one clip that I saw.
And I've seen another clip that lets me know that the spice is alive in this one. Okay.
Right?
Because
Yeah.
and I'm going to be the dead whenever we get to it because Juno's an issue. He's
Yeah.
a big issue.
Right?
I love
know.
it
I
when
feel like the
K-pop
whole
issues
time-
join our K-drama life. It's like, no,
Right.
we keep our K-drama husbands and our K-pop husbands separate. Y'all can't cross this line, but it happens anyways.
Right? I feel like he's gonna be like, you need to be visiting like 2 p.m. more often. It's like, sir, Taekyon has been covering that issue enough. You do not need to join this parade, okay?
Let him join, Mer. Let him join.
Oh my god. So
Oh my
I
goodness.
cannot wait. I'm so excited. It looks hilarious. It looks spicy. It looks
Mhm.
like all the things that we love.
Yeah.
So, and so far, honestly, I feel, even though we're 2 episodes in
2
with
episodes in.
Secretary Kim, I feel the same way. I feel like it's got a great amount of comedy
God.
in it. I mean, I know it does. But the potential for the spiciness is
The
already-
potential is alive in that one too, because again, I've seen a clip of a very, I mean, it was a tiny clip, so I don't know how far they get, but I saw at least the start, and it was, we're gonna be looking at, like, I know our like spicy pepper rating is normally a 5. This is gonna blow it to like a 10 or more.
Right?
So
Yeah, we might have to up the chili pepper ratings. So yeah, for sure.
yeah, especially if they keep making this man go shirtless in every episode. Come on now.
Oh my gosh. Right? Right? I know. I mean, okay, like if you were to give so far, based on the 2 episodes, if you were to give Secretary Kim our grapefruit rating, what would you give it?
A freaking 100, okay?
Right?
A
There-
100. I don't even
So
know
much
if that's how high our scale goes, but
right? Like usually it's like a 5 grapefruits, but he's over like this over 5 because the main character is a grapefruit. His best friend is a grapefruit.
the entire office is filled with
He
grapefruits.
is, right?
Yeah.
So many grapefruits.
It is.
Oh my
I
gosh.
see. One of the things that I think really I love so far about Secretary Kim is like, so we went into this all I knew was it was like a boss, secretary, like CEO type romance.
Right.
And I was expecting for him to be really, really cold and really distant, super serious, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. He is none of those things. He is so extra. He is extra and he has a gigantic ego that's like warranted, but at the same time, it's like, dude, sit down, be humble, but I still love you, so keep it up. And it's just he's over the top. And then we have a female lead who I'm like, I love this chick.
Mhm.
She is so strong without. So, one of our issues when we first started getting into K-dramas was we had a few people that were like, "Do you guys even like the female characters, like the female leads?" And we're like, "Yeah, hello, look at True Beauty. We loved her to pieces,
Right.
you know,
And her sister.
and her sister, yeah."
Yeah.
But then we hit a few K-dramas where I feel like in some K-dramas they try to make a tough female lead, but what they really end up doing is making her like really witchy,
Yeah.
and it's not tough to just tear people down constantly or to constantly give attitude or constantly just be in a bad mood. Like, that's not tough. That's not being a strong person. And I feel like we kept running into that so much where it was like, chick, you're kind of getting on my nerves, okay?
Right.
But that was at the beginning. I feel like our last several K-dramas now, we've had some amazing female lead characters who are strong in so many different ways without being a jerk to everyone around them. And is someone that like you could like look up to and connect with. And that's what I feel like with Secretary Kim. I'm like, I love her to pieces already. She's strong as hell, but she's not a witch. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And like her level of sarcasm too.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's great. It's great. Again, I love her. We got really lucky, I think, with Goblin as well.
Oh,
I
I loved her.
Yeah, I loved her.
And
She was
Sunny.
also, and Sunny.
Mhm.
They were both also extremely strong female leads without being a jerk. to the people around them, and so sometimes no matter what no matter what show you're watching, because I've seen it in a lot of Western shows too.
Oh yeah.
There's like this line for characters that you can cross where they go from being a strong person to just being a jerk.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a line that gets crossed a little too often, and they end up coming off as more jerks because to look strong, they tear other people down. So, which, like you said, doesn't really actually make for a strong person.
No.
That's just kicking people underneath you. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, Goblin is one where I loved the females
Oh my God,
in
yes.
the dramas. Secretary Kim is one where I'm loving her so
yeah.
much.
Oh yeah.
So,
And even like Rookie Cops,
yeah.
love her.
Right, and her
the
friends.
whole cast in that one. I'm like
It's
all of y'all.
amazing.
Who else? What other ones have some really good female leads?
Let me look at.
I would say Extraordinary Attorney Ooh, though that is
Yes.
also it's not a different case because she's still a female lead, but it's just there's other stuff going on with that one too.
Right.
But Heartbeat, she the female lead in Heartbeat had some great moments where I was like, I like her, but then she also had moments where oh, okay. She had some moments where I was like, okay, Chick, you're being a little extra mean and rude and jerky for like no reason. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Not all the time. For the most part, I mean, like, if I had to say out of all the female leads that have had those kind of jerky teardown moments towards other characters, she's like at the very bottom of the barrel there. Like, it wasn't often, it wasn't a whole lot.
Right.
But
I
it was
could forgive
noticeable.
her, I guess, a little more because
Yeah.
I really struggled. I'll be honest, and like I think it irritated some people, but I really struggled with the female lead in Vincenzo.
Yeah.
Because she got on my nerves. She was really a lot. She was a lot, a little
She
too
was
much
the
for me.
extra without the grapefruit sometimes.
Right. Yeah. And so I struggled with hers, but like with Heartbeat, her character, it was just like, okay, you're really being kind of a jerk in this moment, but I was able to, but her good moments were good enough that I was able to overlook the jerkiness.
And it happened more often too. Her good moments happened more
her
often.
good moments happen more often than the jerk moments. So
Yeah.
Tempted was one where the females were, I'm sorry, they were god awful.
They were the worst. In like all the dramas we've seen, we were like, you know what, we're teen boys and they need to like dump both these chicks and just go on about their lives and find someone else and someone better.
Yeah.
Cause wow.
Yeah. They really irritated me.
Yeah.
Really irritated me.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Cause like, okay, so like first off with the female from, and I'm sorry, I know we just keep saying female. Like we said, we've watched several dramas. I don't have everybody's names in my head right now.
Right.
But
plus we watched several at the same time, so
Yes.
it's like
but yeah, so the female lead in Vincenzo, with her, it was like she was extra over the top, but it was like too much. Like it was like she had this on and off button, only it was always on and it was never off. And she
Right.
didn't actually start having some really great moments until like the end of the show. Like towards the end of the show, I was like, if she could have been like this throughout the whole first half of the show, where she
Right.
had extra moments, but it wasn't all the time, because she also had like some endearing, charming, and relatable moments, I would have liked her a lot more. But because they went so over the top with her in the first half of the show, I was like, come on now.
yeah.
And then on top of that, she just wasn't.
I feel like her character wasn't consistent either.
Exactly. That was my other issue, because she'd be like, oh no, I hope you've never killed anybody. But then like literally 2 episodes later, she's like, let's kill him. And it's like,
Yeah.
who are you? What is going
Right.
on here?
Right. Yeah.
But with
So
with Tempted, it was kind of like the mean girl, good girl thing, except the good girl was like a good girl by reputation and actions. But as far as how she treated the male lead, she was really more of a jerk. Like, she wasn't as big of a jerk as like his friend who was the other female lead. She was a total witch. But this chick would be like so hypocritical. She'd be like, you can't do this. And then the next episode, she'd do it, you know?
right.
And then she would like completely like cut him off. Don't talk to him. Don't say nothing to him for no reason. Her reasons would be like made up reasons in her head or because someone told her something and she never actually bothered to like talk to him about it and check with him about it. She just assumed they were right, and then she'd treat him like crap. And the poor dude was like doing his best, and she still treated him like a like. Okay, again, spoiler. Last episode, they reconnect after like a time period of, I don't know, a couple years or something like that. And in most situations, I'd be like, yes, finally, we get a happy ending. They're gonna be together in the end. But the second he showed up, she's like, took you long enough. And it's like, chick, you were the one who started this whole separation thing in the beginning. What are you talking about? So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree completely. And then the other female that was in that, the best friend one too. Okay, so again, spoilers. If you're here, you're gonna get spoilers. So his best guy friend had a crush on the best girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it did ever since I guess high school. Like it had been a while. And she wanted to end up with the male lead
Mhm.
and was doing all the horrible things. So
Yeah.
in the end, the male lead sets the two friends up to
Yeah.
meet, thinking that they were going to meet him. Like neither one realized that, you know, and she was still like somewhat, I would consider like the way they portrayed it, she was still sort of like thinking about him.
She was hung up on him still. Yeah.
And still hung up on him. And so she walks into the bar that the friend owns and she's just like, oh, I guess he's setting us up and we should just be together type. That's how it came off. And I
Yeah.
was like, really?
It was
That's
like
the ending?
It was like, you're second best and I'll settle because I guess this is his way of saying I don't have a chance. It's like, and dude was like cool with it. And I was like,
Right?
honey, you deserve so much better than her. Please don't.
Right? I would be like, you can leave. I'm good.
There's the door.
Yeah. It was just, I don't know. It was very wah, wah, wah. It
Yeah.
just, yeah. We ranted. Oh, we raged and ranted over the end because we were like, really? That's the ending?
Right.
So the guys deserved, in my opinion,
So much better.
so much better than what they got and or what they wanted. It was like, y'all. So
Yeah.
have higher standards. I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of endings, K-dramas have also taught us, not even just K-dramas, dramas, because we haven't just watched K-dramas. We've also watched C-dramas. We watched that Thai drama. We have more other dramas planned. But I feel like it happens more often in K-dramas where they have taught us, like, do not come in here hopeful. Do not expect a happy ever after fairy tale ending, because from the dramas we've looked, it's like a 25% chance you're gonna get a happy ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even 50-50.
I'm still traumatized over Miss the Dragon's ending. I'll be honest. That was, for me, that was just, it was rough. I was interested in watching Korean Storm.
We've watched one so far that we really enjoyed. We watched Rookie Historian.
Right. I'm not sure what era,
But it was a
That
historical.
but it was historical. But I mean, yes, I would be. I like the historical dramas. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be interested in more. I don't know if they're like exactly. I guess it depends. It like with Rookie Historian, again we had the dramatic grapefruit.
Yeah.
Armia Lee was a grapefruit and
Oh
a
my
half.
God.
Oh my god. um, and then again, she was a strong female lead without being
Yeah.
overly. I liked her
I liked her a
character.
lot.
So I guess it depends. I guess it depends on what it's about. If it's like all history where I'm not really going to get it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it's not like I can watch American history shows and be interested because I'll know our history.
Yeah.
But sometimes when it's more history than like storyline, I get lost.
Yeah. See, like, I originally, when we started watching K-dramas, because I know there are so many historical dramas, I originally was like, I don't know if that's going to be my thing. Like, I don't know if
Right.
I'm going to enjoy that. And then I really enjoyed Rookie Historian. I think what it ultimately, and this is with any show, honestly, it comes down to plot, you know? I'm
Yeah.
someone who I need some kind of romance in a show, even if it's tiny. I need some kind of romance in a show in order to really, really keep me hooked. And I just need a good plot. So I don't know. It's hard to say because we've only watched one historical drama so far. So I feel like we would need to watch more in order to see if we really have a thing for it or if like Rookie Historian was like a one-off.
Right. I did watch Miss the Dragon, which I wouldn't consider a historical drama, but sort of. Sort of. It's more
It
like
had that like taken place in the past kind of feel, but also fantasy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be the equivalent of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So I think I don't know, but you know, it has a historical feel, but it's all fantasy.
Hmm.
And I liked that one, except for the ending, where I just didn't feel like it had a gratifying ending. The two main characters, I don't know, the ending wasn't it for me.
Yeah.
So, but
I used to think sad endings are more common in C-drama. See, we've only watched maybe not even a handful. Like we watched Falling Into Your Smile, which had a lovely ending. I'm in love with that show. I could watch it again and again and again. I've watched it 3 times now. You watched Mr. Dragon on your own.
right.
So have there been any others? I don't think there have been any others yet.
Not yet. I want to watch what is it? The tale or the something between a fairy and a devil. What is that? I think Mr. Dragon.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
we so new to like that. We was like we didn't even know that was its own genre. It's with its own name that I cannot pronounce to save my
Right.
life.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like we're really just for the most part starting to dib and dab outside of just K-dramas.
Right. Right. Yeah. But with like there's like I think 2 or 3 others that are the same genre. I think of Miss the Dragon where it's got those mystical beings and it's kind of set in a historical type
Hmm.
setting.
Yeah.
So is it Shan genre? Shan? I don't know. I probably just butchered that. I'm so sorry. So, but I don't know. I need to check out more C dramas. The problem is when you do a tale between a fairy and devil. Yes, that one. I want to watch that one. When you watch they're really long. Like the episodes are short, but they're really
Lots of
long.
episodes.
There's a lot of them. Because Miss the Dragon had 40 something, I think.
Right.
A
Falling
tale
in Your
between
Smile had like what, low 30s?
yeah, and the tale between a fairy and a devil I know has like 40 something, I think. And
Mhm.
it's like okay, I just that's a lot of time.
Right. Right. It's interesting though if you do look at them comparatively. K-dramas tend to have, I don't think I've seen a K-drama yet. No, I could be wrong. I feel like most of them are like 16 episodes range. Within that range. but their episodes are also, for the most part, either an hour to like an hour and a half for each
Right.
episode. So the episodes are much longer, but there's less of them. Whereas with like the C dramas we've watched, there's a lot of episodes, but they're a lot shorter.
Yeah, because Miss the Dragon was like half hour. So
Yeah.
what I would do is I would watch like 4 episodes. And if I were to do the tale between the fairy and the devil, I probably would do 2. Because I was trying to get Miss the Dragon done before Song of the Bandits started, and I was a little bit late on Song of the
Mhm.
Bandits still, but I was trying to do that before Song of the Bandits started, and so I was doing 4 episodes, which is 2 hours, which is just a little bit over than what we do with the K dramas, so it wasn't too bad, but
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. They're about quadruple the length, but like half-hour episodes.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. Yep. See, and like again with the and like circling back to like the sad endings ones, like I don't know, with the K dramas we've watched, I guess it depends on who you would ask. I felt like we got a lot of really sad endings back to back to back with K dramas. I'm trying to think of, what was it? What was the one we did? I am drawing blanks now.
So we've done Rookie Historian,
Mm-hmm. That was
Island.
happy ending. That was borderline for Island.
Tempted,
That was
not
Bust.
happy. Heartbeat was not happy.
Heartbeat was absolutely not happy ending.
I cannot
don't give a
find a
crap
happy
what
ending
anyone
in
says.
there.
I don't give
Yeah.
a crap what anyone says.
I cannot find the happy ending in that one. That one, I was so disappointed. I'm sorry.
Right?
Vincenzo, which I would say was
Borderline.
semi-happy.
It was happy for all our grapefruit side characters, but I was
Right.
ultimately disappointed that Vincenzo was basically separated from everyone. And they were like, oh, he can come visit like once in a blue moon for like one night, or they can come visit him. But
Right?
for the most part, he made all these great connections and kind of found this second home and this second family, only to like ultimately have to not
Leave.
Yeah.
Right. I know. I agree. It was semi-happy, but wasn't happy.
I was just happy he didn't die. That was
Right. Goals. I watched Fiery Priest on my own. That, for what it was a happy ending. It wasn't a romantic drama, obviously, since he was a priest. There's not going to be the romance there.
You never
So-
know.
I know that is a thing. That is not my thing.
I don't know. You seem to like a lot of priests or
I do.
people in priest outfits. I don't know what it is.
That is not my thing. I promise you. Island and Fiery Priest has made it a thing, but it's not an actual thing.
Because you've had like a lot of K-pop biases that have like tried to pull the look off or a similar look at MVs, and it's like they think it's a thing more. So
They need to stop making me
Look
look bad,
bad.
because it's not. It really isn't. Because like in real life, I don't go woo a priest. Like, no. All right, but Fiery Priest was a good ending. It wasn't romantic, but the goal was accomplished. It was accomplished well, and everybody was safe and happy. So that
Yeah.
was good. Goblin was, I don't know.
Okay, here's the thing. Goblin ultimately was a happy ending, okay? But apparently everyone had to die to get their happy ending. Like, you had to die and then be reborn to get it, which I don't really understand why. But
I
okay.
do understand.
Well, for the with Sunny and our Reaper, I understood why.
I understood why the Goblin and the female lead too, though,
yeah.
because she had that
Curse kind of thing.
curse kind of on her, that Goblin Bride curse thing. And to overcome that, she had to die. What I didn't like...
Everybody has to die first.
Everybody's
okay?
gotta die, except for the Goblin. Well, she did, kind of. But,
He died, came back, and then everyone died. He's like, what the hell? What did I come back for? Everyone's gone.
Right? My sister died, my BFF died, my girl died. They all gone now.
Why am I here?
Poor guy.
Right?
Wandered the frozen abyss for like years to come back and have everybody just
Exactly.
so yeah. But they did come back in a
Mhm.
different way, but they were still worked together. It's not like he walked up to his BFF and sister was like, hey, here I am. They would like, who you? But
No, BFF knew who he was. He was like, I should have known you came back. Like, he had that look on his, like, he didn't say it, but he had that look on his face, like, I should have known your extra ass was gonna come back. Like,
but yeah.
But
so
the iffiness on the happy ending is I don't understand why him and wifey had to reconnect when she was a teenager again. I don't
Right?
understand the whole teenager and 900-year-old goblin thing, and it's weird because when we started it, I was like, well, like, I've watched vampire shows, and it's the difference. I've come to realize the difference with like vampire romances where they like fall in love with a teenager is because they also got like turned into a vampire as a teenager. So there wasn't that like huge difference when you looked at them. In this case, it was a huge difference when she's in like a school uniform and this man looks like he's like 30s. Okay, it's a noticeable difference. You know, it wasn't like he became a goblin as a teenager, and
which I would have been okay with.
I would have too.
I would have been like, well, she's gonna age and that's gonna get different,
Now she gonna look like a cougar.
right? But like, and like as she aged up, it would have been. I don't understand why
Right.
she left. She left, right? No. Yes. No.
So, like
Okay,
when he
I'm getting
died. When he died,
I was getting Seth and her confused.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She sacrificed herself. She passed away and then was like, I'm gonna find you in the next life, right?
Because she was like,
And
I
I
ain't
was like,
drinking that tea.
okay, cool. We're getting rid of the curse. Well, then she does find him, but she's in high school again. I'm like,
Right?
why?
I don't know why the writers couldn't have just like made her like not
I mean,
in high
at-
school when they reconnected. It's not that hard. It literally was the last 5 minutes of the show. All you had to do was put her in regular clothes and be like, I'm in college. And I would have been like legit good with it. Okay. But no,
Right?
we're going to put her in a school uniform and be like, hi, I'm in high school. Let's get married again. Why? Why? True, that's what I was hoping for. I was like, mentally, hopefully she's not a teenager because she didn't drink the tea. So hopefully that helps some. But again, if she's mentally not a teenager, why we gotta make her physically a teenager? Why? Who is getting off on this idea of a high school girl and an older guy? What's going on here? Okay?
Right? I
Whose
think
fantasy is being fulfilled with this?
right. I think I just would have been, no matter where she was mentally, and I do appreciate that mentally she was more mature. I think I just would have appreciated it more if they would have just aged her up like just a few more years.
couple
just a
years.
few more years.
Right?
That's it. So
Yeah, because
that was the only issue I had with the ending. But as a whole,
right?
I would probably say to date, and setting our current ones aside, to date, it is probably my favorite K-drama. Because
love
it's
it.
got
I
the
do love it. Oh my
grapefruit, it's
God.
got the grapefruits in it, the bromance.
The bromance was
my gosh.
everything.
Yeah. The bromance was it for me.
Yeah.
Like it drew a new standard for bromances.
Right? They've set the standard for bromances. If we're gonna have bromances and K-dramas going forward, y'all better meet that standard.
Right? Right? So
Which so
like,
far I feel like we have a decent bromance in like Secretary Kim. It's a little different because we got 2 extra ones, but one that's like, I'm amazing at everything, and the other one's like, yeah, sure, bro. Like,
right? Again, his sarcasm level, the best friend sarcasm level in that drama. I don't know if our main lead like understands sarcasm.
he's not listening. He's not paying attention.
He's busy,
He's thinking and speaking to
He's busy.
himself.
right? He's busy finding out his own opinion on the matter. But like,
I just love it because he's like, oh, I know what happened. I made her fall in love. Or like before he said she's fallen for him, he was just like, oh, I know what happened. She cried when so and so showed up. Oh no. And his friend's like, I'm pretty sure it's not what you're thinking.
Bryn is constantly trying to give him a reality check, and he's just not
listening
at all.
Even in the second episode we watched, he was like, why would she not want to marry me? And his friend like straight up burst out laughing in his face, like,
right?
And he's still like, I don't get it.
right. I have never watched any show or movie ever where a guy checks himself out in the mirror and I'm just like, oh my god, that is precious.
Right? Normally it's like, dude, you're so full of yourself, I can't stand you.
Right.
But in this, it kind of works.
I don't know why it works, but it definitely works. I love it. I love him. He's great.
I love him.
It was so great.
It helps that he's uber hot too. I'm just saying it.
It does. Like, I guess if I looked like that, I'd check myself out in the mirror too.
Right? Oh my goodness. Speaking of setting the standards for other dramas, so like Falling Into Your Smile, again, personal favorite. I feel like that is one of those ones where it set the standard for side characters. Oh, that's right too. Okay, so hold on real quick. Circling back to the ending things with the goblins. Why the hell did we not get an ending for Dokwa?
Right? Yeah, I agree. I was so upset. I was probably more upset over Dokwa than anybody else, to be perfectly honest, because you showed Sunny again. You showed, oh God, what was his name? Yao?
Yeah.
Yao. You showed
Shin,
and you showed, I know her name. Untak, yes. And you showed Untak. You showed all of them happily coming together in the end, because Sunny and Yao ended up together, and Shin and Untak ended up together. And I was cool with that, though, you know, like I said, the age thing, we won't harp on that anymore. But I was cool with that. I was like, at least they're together, right? You completely left out Dokwa. Dokwa, what to me was an important character.
Absolutely.
He was brought up enough in the drama that I thought he should. I was like, why are you not showing him? I get that he was going to be like older, like probably 60s, 80s, something in that range, but why not show that he got married and that he had kids and that,
or at the
he,
very
like,
least, was
got
like
his
lovingly, lovingly clutching his credit card? Because that's the thing, like the new CEO, that one that like took over for Dokwa's grandfather, we got to see him in the final episode.
Right?
No offense to him, I loved him. K-pop stan through and through, loved him.
Right.
But I would have rather have seen Dokwa in that last episode and known where he was at.
Right. I don't understand why he was completely written off.
No. Yeah. No,
and I feel in that conversation between that guy and Dokwa, where he was like, oh, he was saying something about, I need to grow up, I need to get serious, settle down. And at this point, dude had to have been like, what, mid-30s, I think, when he was saying that.
Possibly.
Because he was only a few years older than Untak. And like by that point, by that
she was like 29, 30.
29, like going on 30. So he had to have been somewhere in the 30s range. So like, yeah, bro, settle down. Good God. I mean, not really if you don't want to, but like he was talking about it. So yeah. So like, I don't understand why we couldn't have gotten an ending for him.
No.
Right, the credit card.
Oh,
like,
God.
Dude was so in love with his potential credit card.
I loved it. But like, we did get comments on Patreon because we had asked that same question, like, what about Dokwa? And we had gotten some comments on Patreon, or at least one that was like, I guess there's a Reddit somewhere that gets into it and talks about it, because apparently I guess they filmed an ending for Dokwa, but it was like taken out, like they didn't feel like they had enough time for it or whatever the case may be, so they took it out. Huge mistake, I have to say. Like, legit, all you had to do, okay, let's say he didn't settle down, let's say he didn't have a family, that part where the CEO runs into that mechanic and and like helps him real quick. Like have Dokwa step out of the car. Credit card accidentally falls in the mud. He picks it up, dusts it off, and is like, "It's okay, my love." And like that's it. That's his happy ending. I would have legit been good with that. Okay.
Right? I would have accepted that 100% because then at least I know he was with the love of his life, okay?
It would have been like a 2-second scene. It wouldn't have even been that big of a deal, but it would have been enough to like make me be okay with it, you know?
Right? But I just feel like he was completely written off and I don't understand why.
Yeah. Basically just because they ran out of time.
Yeah. It's just that was a bit disappointing. I wish we would have gotten more
Agreed.
of Dokwa in the end. So
Agreed. But like I was saying though too, with Falling in Your Smile, I feel like that one set the standard for side characters as well.
yeah, those were really good supporting characters.
Yeah, those ones
agree.
cracked me up. And again, True Beauty had some amazing. I find in a lot of these dramas, actually, the side characters can sometimes even overshine the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like you might love them more than anybody sometimes, you know.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's all the things, pretty much.
Right.
I'm just so excited with the shows we're in right now and where we're going forward. Because Rookie Cops has been fantastic.
Again, excellent side
Oh
characters.
my god, yes.
The whole crew, like her name is Un something too.
Un Kong.
Un Kong. We have so many Uns going on
Lately,
right now.
yeah.
It's hard to keep track. Un Kong. And so her best, like she has like a group of besties
Yeah.
that are everything. And then he has a group of besties, and oh my god, they got married. Like all of him and his they got rings.
They got
It's
bro
official.
married, okay? It was
They got bro married.
It's a bro marriage between the four of them.
Four
It's
guys.
fantastic.
It's great. It is so great.
Like
I love
at
it.
this point, I feel like in like Goblin, our Reaper and our Goblin were kind of bro married in the sense that they lived like an old married couple. But then Rookie
Right.
Cops was like, we're gonna take this to the next level and we're gonna rings.
Rings.
But I feel bad because of the one that rooms with our male lead, his name's Talk. He was not in. He was forced to be bro married. Okay, like
Right? They
Mr.
shoved that ring on his finger.
Mr. Super Extra like tackled his ass and was like, "You gonna join this marriage one way or another? I will get this ring on your finger."
Right?
So,
Oh my god.
yeah. They're fantastic. They are.
Right.
And then again, Secretary Kim, that one I already with these first 2 episodes, I just have high hopes. I have been looking forward to each episode so far ever since we watched the first one. This is one that I could legit binge in like 2 days, but
Right. Every time we watch it, because we're only 2 episodes in, but every time we watch it, we're like, we wish we could just keep going. We wish we could binge this
Yeah.
show, because I would have wiped that thing out in a day. It would have taken me all day, but I would have wiped it out in a
Hell
day.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like, so I guess now it's like now we got to think about too, like the ones we're gonna be going into in the future, at least for sure. So like we said, we have our Patreon poll where patrons can vote on what dramas we watch next. So as far as that one goes, we never really know what we're gonna watch next. We try to look at previous polls and be like, oh, this one was second place, so maybe it'll be first place this time. Never works. Okay.
Yeah, there's no point of us guessing.
But we have a lot of great dramas on there. As far as the ones that we pick, because we pick the ones for Twitch, and we do a us pick on Patreon as well, where me and Mer take turns. First time I picked 2 dramas, then she picked two dramas. Extraordinary Attorney Ooh. See, it's all this business names now that I'm like, every day
Right.
we got a meeting with Secretary Kim and Attorney Ooh. But Attorney Ooh is Mer's second pick. So after this, we're going to start going 1-1. So next up's my pick. So after we finish Extraordinary Attorney Ooh, which we have 6 episodes left on that one, we're then going to jump into My Demon,
Yes.
which I am super stoked about. Like,
Yeah.
King Son, he was my first K-drama husband. I have seen so many of his dramas, and I have fallen head over heels. And there are some that I want to show Mer that she has not seen. But then he dropped My Demon, and I was like, it was popping up everywhere. And I was like, we've got to do it. We've got to do it. So that'll be our next our pick one on Patreon in like roughly 6 to 7 weeks. And then on Twitch, after we finish Rookie Cops, we have a whole marathon planned. We are going to be diving into Boys Over Flowers. All of them.
Yeah. So it's going to take us a while. We're
Yeah.
going to be doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
We're going to start with
F4 Thailand, Boys Over
F4
Flowers.
Thailand. We're going to go from the newest and work our way back.
Yeah.
Because we had to pick one direction and we picked that one. So
I got a dose of somebody in our Thai drama, and I was like, I need more of that.
right.
So,
Which I think is ironic because, okay, so Medawin is in F4. And
Mhm.
so we're going to do that. And like, if you don't know, Free is completely head over heels for Medawin.
oh my God.
And then and then we're going to do the next newest or the next old. Anyways,
Meteor
next in the
Garden.
timeline is Meteor Garden, which is the C drama
Mhm.
version, which, yeah.
Mer has a husband in that one.
Yes, ironically. And then we're going to go to the K-drama version, which is Boy Over Flowers. And actually, I don't even remember who it was, but I was doing something. And I
There's
was deep
someone
diving
over there for us. I don't remember who it is, though.
I don't either. But like I was deep diving in something and I can't even remember now because it's been a little crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was deep diving and all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute. He's in Boys Over Flowers? What? So
Yep.
we got stuff going on in there, and then we're gonna end it with,
Tackle with all the Japanese versions.
right,
that's
'cause there's season 1, season 2 in a movie, and we're gonna do them all.
yeah, and so that's one of the reasons why we saved that one for last too, because we were like, that's a lot. Okay, yeah,
Right.
You go in last. It will be very long. Absolutely. But we're excited. I feel like Boys Over Flowers is one of those ones that you always hear about. It always comes up when you start getting into K-dramas. And
Right.
it's not always necessarily good stuff. Sometimes it's bad stuff you hear about it, but at the same time, it's like it's notorious at this point. Like if you're gonna
Right.
be a K-drama watcher, seriously, I feel like, or not even just K-drama, just dramas in general,
Right.
you have to watch them, I feel like.
With it to expand into, for like a J drama to expand into K drama and C drama and Thai drama land, it's gotta be iconic.
Yeah.
Right? So, because I've seen other shows where other countries have picked it up where you'll have like a K drama where there's a C drama version or a Thai version or
Yeah.
something, but not this
Across
many.
them all, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And like, yeah, so that's, to see it be transformed into so many different versions and languages over such a long period of time, it just feels like it's something we need to tackle. So we'll be doing that after we finish Rookie Cops. With Rookie Cops, I think we might only have like 6 to 7 weeks for that one left too.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we'll be on F4 Thailand, Boys Over Flowers.
Right.
Which,
And we're gonna be doing that for a while because that's gonna.
yeah. And I mean, also speaking of shows that are being converted to, like, by country and stuff, I have heard that My Ideas Gangnam Beauty is going to have a Thai version because supposedly Medawin's supposed to be in that too.
That
That's
sounds
the
interesting.
only reason I heard about it. And I was like, is it true? Is it not? But then I also saw like some clips of like some like teasers or something. And I was like, it might be. I don't know. We're going to have to see. But I'd be interested to check that out as well. But yeah, just a lot of dramas going forward that we're super stoked about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we have another Song King fan in here.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. I'm not even kidding. Like, look, I have my Love Alarm t-shirt on, okay? Like, I love him. Don't get me started on Love Alarm. I was originally going to pick that before My Demon dropped because I have a love-hate relationship with Love Alarm and I need Mer to understand. She probably does already because I've ranted about it so many times, but I still need her to experience it firsthand. But then My Demon dropped, and I was like, okay, Love Alarm's gonna have to go after My Demon. So we're watching My Demon, and then after that, Mur has a pick. Do you already have your next pick picked out?
I think, didn't I decide? Yeah, I did. I decided on Tail of the Ninetale, which was on our poll, but I just don't want to wait anymore.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. I think we even took it off the K-drama poll. Or, well, the drama poll. I think there's more than just K-dramas
I
on
think
our
so.
poll. But
Mhm.
we took it off the poll because that will be my next pick. Of course, that's after My Demon. So it's a little ways down the line, but yeah.
And then even further down the line, after we do Tale of the Nine Tails, I'm going to finally introduce Mur to Love Alarm. Because it just, after almost 3 years of us doing this, it's time. Because, yeah, it's just, there might be a lot of Sung Kang in the future on Patreon for my picks. Because I
Right.
need Mur to understand.
I think, yeah. No, I get it. Because I think all my picks are going to pretty much so revolve around either, Kim Nam Gil or, is it Dong-wook?
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
That's not
No?
right.
No? Yes? No? Our Reaper from Goblin.
Yes.
There we go.
Anytime I try to, there's so many names that tumble around in here.
Right? Half the time we don't even get our own names right. So
Right, I
please
don't
don't take
even-
it personally.
Right? I know. Sometimes, every so often, like, you're pronouncing so-and-so's name wrong. It's just a matter of, copying what they say when they say their own name. Honey, I can't even
Right.
say my own name. So
Right.
you're expecting way too much out of me.
Right? Because we've gotten a comment like that recently. It was like, it's not that hard to say their names. They say it in the show, and it's like, y'all don't understand. We have a lot of names to learn, and half the time we don't even know our own. Okay? So right? I agree. He is sexy and cute and all the things at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so excited for My Demon, because I'm like, I feel like this one might be a little bit more on the mature level, but
It's
we'll see how it
gotta be.
goes. It has to be.
I've seen enough.
I've seen some things.
I've seen things. I've seen enough clips where I'm like, okay then. Okay
Yeah.
then. Well,
Yeah.
that, and also I am so excited for My Demon. I really am, because
The plot looks fantastic.
the plot looks fantastic, and the chemistry
Oh,
between
yes.
the two leads look freaking amazing, which from what I understand,
You
Don't
had it
look-
right. See?
I knew it was E. I knew it was E Dong, and I thought Dong, but I wasn't for sure. Thank you. Pat on my back. But from what I understand, I saw something, whether it could just be rumors, I don't know. I didn't fact check it, so just keep that in mind. But I saw that Song Kang and the actress that's playing the female lead might be in a relationship or something, maybe, possibly, which tells me
That
that
could
the
be some
chemistry
really great
in this
chemistry.
show is probably going to be like 5-tier.
Right? Right? Yes. I
So-
love everything about that. Okay, so here's the other thing. And y'all, if you have not watched the K-drama with us by now, you probably don't know this. So when we first started getting into K-dramas, like, okay, say Boys Over Flowers. When we first started talking about that one, we had some people that were like, legit don't think you guys should watch it. They were like, it's super traumatic. It's super toxic. Like, it's not like all like lovey-dovey fairy tale, this and that. Like, there's a lot of drama and toxicity that goes down. And I feel like we're gonna see some drama, maybe even a little toxicity. I don't know. All I know is in My Demon, he's a demon. And maybe I have issues, but that sounds hot. Okay? If y'all don't know by now, we have issues with the bad boys and toxicity. Okay?
Yeah, we've talked about it. We like it in like
Fictional
settings only.
Yes.
Fictional settings only.
Yes.
Do you mean in real life? That's what I understand. I saw an article stating that they are that they released some kind of announcement saying that they're officially dating.
But we haven't fact
But
checked it.
I
So
haven't fact checked that, so don't hold me
it could
to
just be
it.
like a gossip article.
It
You
could
never
be
know.
a gossip. Yeah, it could be a gossip thing. So
All I know is I've
anyways.
seen about some behind the scene clips of them.
the
And they
chemistry really does look
looked-
there.
Yeah.
Like at least between the characters, the chemistry looks like it's going to be strong.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So whether they are involved or not, the chemistry looks
Yeah.
heavy,
Yeah.
which I am all for. So
Yeah. But yeah. So like as far as like our things go, do we like the really sweet dramas? Sure. But we tend to get really fired up over the more dramatic, toxic, spicy dramas.
right.
Like, okay, for instance, and this is like such a tiny, tiny little instance of, I guess you could say toxicity, but like Secretary Kim, dude is so playing her in the second episode, okay? He's like,
Oh my god.
he's like,
I like legit thought he was
I
being
thought
a good person.
right? Right? He was like, I'll let you go. Train your replacement for a month and I'll let you go. And then he started like ignoring the crap out of her and she was getting really upset. No, dude is straight up playing her. He like told her replacement like just be here for like a month and then you're good to go and it's like
Right. He's like, just
"You're
play your
not
role."
being serious like
Right?
and he is like so playing up to it. Like he calls her into his office, not Secretary Kim, but her replacement calls her into his office just to piss her off, sits there and like smiles at her while he's talking to her in the office, and when she notices, he like turns the shades on for his windows so she can't see. Like this is, it's like he's playing some mind games and he's trying to make her jealous, and it's a little toxic, but I also really freaking love it. So
I ain't mad about it. Like I was like, oh my gosh, dude, you are my favorite person.
Right?
By Aurora. Do we even need to revisit the Taekyon issue in Vincenzo? No.
Yes.
Do not
yes,
bring that up.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, so on the topic of toxicity and bad guys and why we have issues, and y'all will see this in like our little like outro clips that we do on our YouTube videos, like our whole outro thing that has like different clips from everything that's on Patreon. Like this, well, for the first one is Vincenzo shooting people and me and Mer being like, oh, that's hot. Yeah, he's killing people. And we're like, that's hot. And then it flips to Taekyon choking his brother shirtless. And me and Mer are like, and Mer's like, Doc, do not expose me like this. Like, do not. Why you gotta
You're
be
making
so
me look
toxic?
bad.
But we
'Cause
loved
he was, like,
it.
Legit choking his brother, and I was just like,
This shouldn't look good, but it does.
yeah, like, I mean, he was a bad dude. Like,
He's a real bad dude, and we were happy he got what he deserved in the end. Sorta.
sort of.
I would have been happier if he was like locked away, where he could like just say toxic crap from behind bars, and we can just eat it up and just be happy.
Right? I would like visit him in jail just to listen to
Do your
all that.
worst.
Right?
Sit
Do the
in the
word.
chair. Do your worst.
Just rant a little while I fan myself, and then just a little.
Yes.
I watched it, and the chemistry is strong.
Oh, good.
I'm so excited!
Yeah.
Yay! I'm glad the chemistry is strong. I'm so happy.
Oh yeah.
So
But yeah. So whenever it gets to like toxic drama shows where some people are like, it was too toxic for me and too traumatic and I don't like it, that's probably a sign that it's right up our alley. I'm just
maybe.
saying.
I mean, there is certain things where I would be like, that ain't cool. You know.
True. It depends on the character, how well they can play it off and make it seem almost charming. Because then if you look at like Tempted, there was a lot of toxicity that went on in Tempted, and we were straight up like, I'm about to choke a witch.
Right.
So
Yeah, it depends. There's certain things that I know, like, some viewers don't like. Okay, so one thing in, like, you see it a lot in K-dramas that's considered a toxic trait that some people have an issue with is, like, when the guy will grab the girl by the wrist and, like, pull her off,
mhm.
you know, like, pull her away from the situation, pull her off, depending on what it, you know, whatever the situation is. It happens quite a bit. I don't get mad about those.
Me either.
I mean, and it's each to their own, okay?
Yeah.
It's each to their own. I get if it bothers you, it bothers you, and I totally understand that.
We
I totally
have issues,
understand
okay?
that, right?
Just to
Like,
reinforce that. We
a
are
bad guy
aware
was-
we have issues.
that guy was being mean to his brother, and I was sitting there going,
Hot
"Good to
damn.
know." So
Yeah. So, a little rough hand grabbing. I ain't mad at that.
Nope.
Another one that's considered extremely toxic in dramas that I'm not mad at is like, and again, this is on like a situational basis. I have certain lines within this, okay? Is like the forced kiss.
oh yeah.
So, I feel like in some situations, the girl is like, no, I don't want to, but she really does, or just there's something between them that when he does, it sparks something in her, and then it's a legit hot and steamy kind of thing. But if it's like a legit girl is about to cry, she's screaming no, and you're still gonna force, then I'm like, no, this is not hot. This is so wrong. You need to go to jail. But it has to be like, again, it has to be like an extreme, like she's legit trying to fight him off and she's crying and she's screaming and this and that. But if it's like I'm mad at you and I'm gonna storm away, and he like grabs her, pulls her back and kisses her, I ain't mad at that, okay?
Right. I think an excellent example is, and it's not even a K-drama, is the B2B song
Oh my God.
where Are you okay?
Oh. Because that's been going through my mind the whole time we've been talking about this. And I'm like,
Right?
Mur, stop reading my mind. I know we share minds sometimes. Just,
But like, okay, so in this MV scene, Minhyuk and this girl are like kind of having an argument. I think she's like, it's like being forced to marry someone. It's
Mhm.
hard to tell because it's a music video, but I think she's being forced to marry someone else, and they are in a relationship, and she is, from what I can tell, like cutting their relationship off to go ahead and go on with this wedding.
mhm.
And she's kind of like fighting him in the situation of like not wanting to kiss him, or
Well, what it was is I think it was like about to storm off. And it was
Right.
one of those, he grabbed her arm, pulled her back, and then laid one on her.
right. But like where the relationship was, where you can judge, and you can judge quite a bit from this music video, where the relationship was, and with her body language and all of that, you could tell that she wasn't mad about it. And so
Well,
I
I
wasn't
mean,
going
she
to be mad
slapped
about
him
it.
afterwards, but that was more or less like a, how dare you try to change, I got it as a, not how dare you kiss me, but like how dare you try to change my mind or stop me or try and use this as like a tool to get me to stop, that kind of thing. Yes, the irresistible lips envy. Yes. See, and like the whole time that happened, see, at that point, when we were watching B2B content, I was like, I really like Minhyuk, but I am not confident enough to say it. And then we watched that and I was like, never mind. I'm so head over heels. Screw this. He's my bias. Because hot
Right.
damn. Okay.
Right.
And that's another thing
Yeah.
when we talk about like Chili Pepper ratings, that kiss, 10 out of 10. 10 out
Right.
of 10. Okay.
Right? Yeah. So I really think it comes down to, with situations like that, like body language.
Yeah.
And, and again, it's not real life, it's fiction.
Mhm.
In real life, if you have someone, no matter what their body language is saying, if they're saying no, it's best to just go with no. We all know that.
Yeah. But in fiction, I mean, it's fiction, The other thing is, though, is if you also look at that from a realistic perspective, like, okay, me and Mur are both married, okay? If my husband came up to me and every time he wanted to kiss me said, may I kiss you? I would have been like, okay, I'm getting really sick and tired of this. You've totally taken all the spark out of things. This isn't even hot. This is like, I'm really annoyed. Stop asking,
Right.
Like, I would be legitimately annoyed if I was in a relationship with someone and they felt like they had to ask me to kiss me every time. Now, if I'm pissed the hell off and I'm like, don't come near me, and then they do it, that's a different story. But if it's like, I don't know, if it's just like a regular thing, like, why are we asking permission all the time for kisses? I don't understand this concept.
Right? Yeah. So
Again, we have issues. So the toxic forced kisses and hand grabbing and a little rough and tumble. We ain't mad at it.
Right? Yeah. Yep. I know some of that stuff just comes down to like personal preference. Like I'm sure there's
Absolutely.
some people that would want to be asked every single time, and that's fine. You know. So but
It's just not
that's
for us.
Not me.
No.
So,
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the reasons why, like, I'm excited about Boys Over Flowers, all of them, because I feel like we're gonna get a lot of that. Though there is one clip I've seen from like the K-drama version where I was like, okay, in that specific scene, dude should have stopped because she looked like she was about to cry, like big
Yeah.
cry. But in just other things, no, just no.
Right. Yeah. So I think it's one of those case by case situations
Mhm.
where you just gotta read the room.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that and
I
think
don't. I'm.
those. Well, I think those kind of toxic moments too are a little bit better done in newer dramas,
Yeah.
whereas in older ones like the K-drama version or even like the Japanese version, like back then that kind of stuff wasn't considered as bad, or at least not in shows, at least not in like dramas and TV and that kind of stuff. Those kind of interactions weren't considered that bad way back when, you know. Whereas today, obviously, they're like it's we need to adjust this to fit today's day and age. I feel like some people judge old shows based off of today's standards. You really can't. It wasn't made today. It was made way back when. So you can't hold it to the same standards.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so that's most of the stuff we've done, and that's stuff that we are looking forward to getting into. And because this whole season is K-drama related, we just kind of wanted to do a brief, not so brief overview over past dramas and future dramas and our views on certain things drama related. And then going forward, each episode's gonna be like about a specific drama.
Yeah, I think specific dramas, and then like, or we can like recap, because I know not everybody is on like our Patreon, or that everybody comes to like the lives on Saturdays and Sundays, and we can do like episode recaps.
Yeah.
If that's what you guys are also interested in, just trying to tie our three worlds together, because we can't bring the K-dramas here for copyright issues, obviously, but we can't talk about them.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
And we can possibly show tiny
little clips,
itty bitty clips,
yeah,
and not get in trouble. But we're just trying to kind of tie all the worlds together, have discussions, because we don't always get to, talk about it.
Yeah.
With everybody.
Yeah.
So,
well, maybe what we could do, and this is just a suggestion, because the podcast is your baby. That is your baby. This is Mer's baby. I'm just here as a guest and a tech. That's it. I'm a tech person right now. But what maybe we could do is before each podcast, we could maybe do a poll on YouTube of like, here's some topics we were thinking, or here's what we were thinking this episode could be about. Like, maybe, do you want this episode to be about this specific drama? Do you want us to recap some recent episodes? Or maybe they'd want us to like speak about a certain aspect of dramas, like get more into the sad endings, or more into the toxicity, or more into the grapefruits, or this and that. We could run like a poll and see what everyone would like us to discuss in the next. It might help us out rather than just picking.
Right. And, if you're watching either now with us or after the fact or whatever, you can also leave comments about like what you would like to hear in the future too. Because, we're like, we have an idea of what to do, but also like just like also winging it at the same time. So suggestions would be great.
Yeah. Shoot, I was thinking of something and my brain went. Oh, and how often are we doing the podcast? Are we doing monthly?
It would be nice to try to do it once a month. So yeah, because it's really hard we go live so much.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find time to squeeze in lives. Which, speaking of which, we are like this close to
Yes.
5,000 subscribers. We are so excited, so thankful.
Yes.
And when we hit 5K, we are also going to do a 5K celebration live. So
Twitch.
like, yeah, on Twitch.
Mhm.
So we go live a lot.
Yeah.
It might not seem like a lot, but it really is. So it's hard to find time to do it. It would be great if we could do it more often, but right now I think the goal is like once a month, just because I think it's more practical for us right now.
More easily to manage it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can up it in the future, but for now, I think once a month goals. So
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I like the idea of once a month for now and seeing how things go. And it should be easier, especially now that we're through the whole holiday seasons. So
Yeah.
months going forward should be a lot easier. But yeah. So hopefully a 5K sub celebration stream soon. And like Mar said, we stream on Twitch every weekend, 3 nights a week, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. Normally around 10-ish p.m. US Central Standard. I say normally because if you've been with us on those streams for a while, y'all might know that I suck at time management. And so I say 10, but it's more like anywhere between 10 to 11. Because something always happens or comes up where I lose track of time and then I'm like late. Mur's always, y'all don't even realize, Mur is on time every time. She is like waiting and I'm like, I swear it's only like 5 more minutes. Give me 5 more minutes. And then it's like 15 minutes later. It's like, I'm gonna be on in just a minute, I promise. And I'm like rushing to get all the things done. So that's my fault, just so y'all know. But yeah, anywhere between like 10 and 11, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. This actually tonight is going to be really fun because since we finished Street Woman Fighter 2 last weekend, and since we don't have that for this Friday and the build-up doesn't start till next Friday, tonight we're actually going to be doing a catch-up request stream on Twitch. So Mur has collected like all of our previous requests streams, because Mur collects all of that. Any of the requests that are put in for the request streams, Mur collects it all. She files it. She keeps it hella organized and makes it really easy. But we aren't always able to get to everyone's requests. So sometimes there's some that are left over. And Mur's been collecting all those leftover ones from like the past, I don't even know how many streams. And she put a list together. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Is we're going to do as many of the leftover requests that we weren't able to get to before.
Right.
That's what tonight's
And
going
if
to be.
you put requests in, because I already put out a link for the 5K one, if you put requests in for the 5K, those are not showing up tonight. This is just past ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so with historical dramas, you absolutely could suggest it. We might get confused. We might not understand. If you know the history, and I mean like legit know it, you can always just like give us a heads up, or like as we're going, the heck is going on? I don't understand this. Be like, girls, this is it, you know?
Yeah. Because we'll be honest in our reactions on Patreon. We'll be like, I don't understand. Could y'all in the comments explain? And we've had so many helpful patrons who have been able to like explain things or correct things for us so that way we can learn.
Yeah, and we are happy to learn because I do like learning history.
Mhm.
I might not understand
Right away.
everybody's history.
Yeah.
So, okay, what is
But
your
I see
Twitch?
Juno and I'm like, I'm legit. I'm down.
Right?
I can be
Like,
hella
look,
confused the whole time. I would just
can
stare at him and be
least
happy.
Just watch and be happy. Okay. Our Twitch name is K-Core Girls React.
All one word, all lowercase. No.
Let me see. You know what? I might be able to
Dashes.
drop a link. Let me see if I can.
Yeah. Well, it is also on like our community tab. So every time we go live, we put a announcement like, "Hey, we're going live right now. You can catch us on here and here." So for this podcast live, we had dropped one, and I put a link to both YouTube and our Twitch. Since we're our podcasts are the only thing that we're able to really stream on YouTube because we're not doing anything that's copywritten. We're not using anything copywritten. But we also, since we stream more on Twitch and more people expect our streams on Twitch, our podcast is streamed on both at the same time. So currently we are live on both YouTube and Twitch right now.
Yeah.
Do you have... Okay. Did you post the thing, the link
The link? Yeah.
in chat or?
I think I posted it in chat.
Okay. I might just have a delay.
Maybe so.
That's the only bad thing.
It's
with streaming,
showing up on
sometimes there's a
mine.
delay.
But like Free said, you can find it in our community tab. If you're in our Discord, it's in our Discord too, under like where to find us. I think under there's like a K-Cord girls section, and then like a where to find us, and it has all of our social links in it too. So
Yeah.
if it's not showing up, YouTube might also see a link and be like, nope.
Right.
So,
Oh yeah, because I think sometimes YouTube's like you not linking your lives on Twitch. And it's like, okay. But and then also, you know, if you want to check out some of our past dramas that we've watched, like I said, all of that's available on Patreon. It is gold tier and up. So on Patreon,
except for the ones we do
except
on
for the
Twitch.
live streams, yes,
Those are bronze. So
yeah.
Yeah.
All our live streamed dramas that we do on Twitch and then are uploaded on Patreon afterwards are available to all our patrons. The ones that we only do on Patreon are only available to our gold and up patrons. And except for the first episodes, we make all first episodes for our regular Patreon dramas available to everyone, so that way they can take a look and see if it's something they're interested in. Yeah. That sounds awesome. That absolutely sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's, you know, where you can find us, and we'll try and aim for around about this time next month, somewhere in here.
Yep. Sounds good.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess with that said, we will wrap this one up. Thank you all so much for joining us, participating in the conversation. We love that. And we're excited for this second season, and we hope you all are as well.
Yep.
Any other final words, master of the podcast?
I think that's it. Again, if you have any suggestions for the future podcast next month, you can always leave it in the comments or somewhere.
Our
We'll find it.
Discord is a great place to find us too. We're in Discord 24/7. That is also on our community tab.
Yeah.
We have a great community on Discord, really welcoming people of so many different fandoms, both drama related and music related, you know.
Yep.
We are a multi-stan channel, multi-stan community. We have some people that go in there and they watch K-dramas and they talk about K-dramas in the K-drama channel, or they'll go talk about C-dramas in the C-drama channel. Like, we try to cover so many different areas, so that way everyone who joins kind of has a little place to really get into what they really enjoy. So please feel free to join our Discord. And if you have any suggestions, you can reach us over there too.
Oh, don't be sorry.
Don't
We appreciate the engagement so much. So
Yeah.
yes, be chatty, talk away. We
'Cause-
don't mind.
Lord knows we are. We're very
Right?
chatty.
Yeah, because we went
God.
we went way over what we planned.
Yeah, we did.
I was like, goal is an hour stream. I don't think we'll even make it. I think we'll be great. And we going on almost 2 hours, so
Hour and a
That-
half.
yeah. So.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and go. Thank you all for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you in the future, or see you somewhere within the K-Cord community. And we'll catch you guys later.